Alright guys, there last week when we went bailing, we got in a hurry to go and forgot the camera, so I'll just tag this at the end of the walls video, I guess. But they finished pouring the walls Thursday. It's Monday morning now. I wasn't around to film any of that. I was up at the dairy helping chop, but they said Monday and Tuesday they're going to be setting slats, so we're going to run up there and see if they've got any of them in. Looks like we got a load of lumber coming in up there, so it's going to start going up quick now, so we'll head up there. I did not take Ferguson on a run yesterday, so he's real excited. We'll probably have to run him through the woods, get some energy out of him. We ought to just leave that Peterbilt here so we got something to haul grain with. Tell we've had some four-wheeler trails going up here for a while now. Didn't make her. We're in four-wheel drive, I guess. So there they've got the pillars and the beams set, and they'll start setting slats on top of those here in just a little while. So they'll set there's another beam that goes in the middle, and then there's four rows of slats across this thing. We'll show you how they do it here. So they got a rack up there on the wall that they just set them on, and they got the forklift runs around down in there and sets them. So their forklift that they're using down the pit, it's got some kind of alternator problem, or they're not sure what it is. So I brought the battery up here to charge. I'm gonna look for another battery for them. They were taking one out of their pickup to see if they could get going, but I'm gonna see if I can find one around here somewhere too. Well, it is now after lunch. They're down there. They're using the telehandler, setting the stuff in there on that rack and setting them with the forklift. They said about half the slats on this half. So got all their beams stood up. So we'll be out of here by 3 o'clock today. We just got done eating dinner, so it's going good. I'm gonna go out and walk on them and make sure there's none with cracks in them or anything. Looks like we got an old pitchfork here. I wonder how old that is. First time walking on it. So we got this gap here in the middle. They'll just pour, I don't know if they'll pour concrete or put some kind of mortar down in there to hold everything together. But they lock in when they poured the walls, they used screwed 2x4s to their forms to make a notch in the wall for them to set on. And these are all the boards that are between the slats, because each slat's got boards between them. Too bad they're not leaving them. Blocks of wood for the shop, and I could probably heat my house half the winter on as many of them as there's gonna be. But right where we're walking, there will be a aisleway, and there'll be pins on both sides of us. one thing for sure, I'm up here just walking around, making sure there's no slats that have cracks in them, because if I find a cracked one, I'm making them take them out and change them. But they definitely don't look all that thick when you're standing on top of them, the way they taper them. But these are 4.5 inches thick. Everything looks good. There's a little bit of chipping on the edges where they set them down. I think that's normal. Not crazy about it, but not much you can do about it. That's one of the pump outs. See if I can get jumped back across there without busting my neck. That shouldn't be too hard. Wednesday, when we get all these slats done, they're gonna bring the dozer and push all the dirt up against it. The slats gotta help support the top of the walls. There they are. They just set one, grab, he carries two at a time most times. Set one, grab another, and set her down. And then he whips around under them beams and goes back and gets some more off the rack. Hey guys, we're up here at the hog barn. The last couple months have been pretty crazy with all this going on and trying to do hay and everything, so I haven't been filming much just because I haven't had time and felt like doing it. But I was working on editing a video there and wasn't sure how I left it off, so we do have all of the slats set. Coming up, Ferguson? He's not sure about this being all these slot holes in the floor, but yeah, we got all the slats set. They locked them together with concrete in the seams. They got a little bit of concrete down here through the middle holding them together, and then got another joint here. So next step, well, I've been extremely busy lately with hay and everything, and been going up to the dairy, helping them chop hay. We're getting ready to chop corn silage up there, so I haven't been around as much to film while they were here, but it's Sunday afternoon now. Thursday, we backfilled everything. Or they did. I didn't help at all. I held a load of 57s where we need to build up for the office, and then we finally got past 2 days we've got an inch of rain. Finally, it was starting to get pretty ugly where we had really good looking crops, and we was basically watching them burn up where the beans were going to fill the top pods. But the beans here at the farm, they're 2.5s. They're our earliest variety, and the rain got here in time for them to fill the pods. I'm sure we lost some yield, but not as bad as it was going to be. But anyways, we backfilled. We got a nice rain, so it's settling, just what we want. They're not getting too crazy about it because the construction, they'll have this all tore up anyways. But next step is they're going to pour 4-foot walls on the outside. They're not doing the pump outs, just the outside walls down through the center. We've got a bunch of lumber up there for them to start framing it. The trusses have not showed up yet, but we got all our forms here, so I'm hoping tomorrow they'll be here to start forming up to get ready for the upper walls to be poured. And then, yeah, all the slats are set. They've got a little bit of chipping here at the edges, but they're gonna, after they get everything done, they come back and they reseal them and patch them and fix them. As I have set these slats before, I know it's almost impossible to not chip them on the edges when you're setting them together. It's just the way concrete is. So Farmer Boy is coming out Monday because right in here we got to have our 3 feed bins, so there'll be out a little ways from the building, and then the feed bins will be in a row here and then the driveway, and we got to mark that out, and I don't know if that matters on the height or not. And then we put a little bit of 57s right here because we got to use them. There's going to be a concrete load chute that goes out 16 feet here for them to back up to, and we're going to have to move our driveway out. I'd like to see another 30 feet to give them plenty of room. And then they're coming out tomorrow, and they're going to mark out the office, which it'll be right here. I can't remember the dimensions of it, but it'll be the same level as this. We've got 57s in here started, so it won't settle. And we got to dig the footers, and then the office will have shower, bathroom, desk in it. It's nothing fancy, nothing extra that we don't need. And then the back part of it, there'll be back part of the office, there'll be a diesel generator in it, which we're required to have. And then I think the fuel tank will sit out behind it. And then I've got to see how the ground lays. I think I'd kind of like to set our 2,000 gallon propane tanks behind the office, but if it's kind of on a slope after we get everything graded, we'll put them over behind the bins, wherever it's easiest for the propane guy to deliver the propane and fill them up. That's where we'll put them. I'm not too particular about them, but yeah, slats are in. It looks really good. I'm happy with everything so far. It looks bigger now that they've got the slats in it. So hopefully, they very well could be started on framing this week. I mean, if they can do the walls in 2 pours, Monday and Tuesday, and then be framing Wednesday. I don't know if that's their plan or not. I haven't heard, but it's a possibility. Nobody's given me an official date yet, but the guys from Farmer Boy, they usually don't put a completion date on it till the roof's on, and then they've got a pretty good idea, but we're thinking around the 1st of November it'll be done. So hopefully by the 15th of November we've got pigs in it. I'm hoping. I wanted to have it done, filled by, like, when we started this whole project or plan in February, I wanted to be filling it right about now, right before harvest, but there was a lot of delays, but it is what it is. I'm just glad to see it finally happening, and we're coming along with it really well, and we'll get pigs in it, and I'm ready to start raising them. But soybeans, the 2.5s here at the home farm are just, well, it's been dry, so they're starting to turn a little bit, but a lot of these top pods were flat until we got that rain, and they all filled out nice. I think we just barely made it. And a lot of there's corn that's dropped ears already that they're dropped down, but I think the corn was better off than the beans were before we got the rain. But I think we're sitting pretty decent. There's a chance of storms today, and we got that hurricane, so we don't know what we'll get out of that. But I think we're pretty well set on the crops. I don't think it'll be a better year, but I don't think it's gonna be anything special. I bet it'll be a little bit better than average. So I just wanted to wasn't sure where I wrapped up with the video of them putting the slats on, so wanted to show the finished product. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hopefully we can get back a little bit more consistency back with the videos now that we're coming into getting close to harvest time. We haven't done anything to any of the equipment yet, which I don't think it shouldn't need a whole lot. We gotta change concaves in the combine and grease everything and rebuild the sickle sections on the cutter bars, but other than that, I think we're ready to go. So yeah, don't forget to thumbs up the video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.